Welcome back to the Nostalgia Journey, movie lovers. Today, sit back, sip a cup of tea, and look back at 6 legendary martial arts stars who made our hearts flutter with their spectacular kicks, breathtaking action, and emotional stories. Do you remember those afternoons crowded in the cinema, or late nights watching VHS tapes with friends? Those memories feel like yesterday, and now we will review their then and now images in 2025. Who still makes you sob? Who has become an unforgettable icon? Let's start the journey back to that youth right now. We can't start this journey without mentioning Bruce Lee, 1940 to 1973, right? In 1972, in Fist of Fury, at the age of 31, Bruce Lee amazed the world with his speed, strength, and unyielding martial arts spirit. Do you remember the scene where he single-handedly faced off against a group of enemies, his nunchakus spinning like a storm? In that moment, Bruce was more than just an actor, he was an immortal symbol of determination and freedom. Unfortunately, Bruce Lee suddenly passed away on July 20, 1973, due to cerebral edema at the age of 32. An ending that shocked the world. But more than half a century later, his aura lives on. In 2025, every time I rewatch Enter the Dragon or The Way of the Dragon, I still feel my heart beating as fast as the first time. Have you ever wondered what makes Bruce Lee so immortal in the hearts of fans? An interesting little-known detail, Bruce Lee designs most of the action scenes in his films. He doesn't just fight, he tells stories through martial arts. And he also created the philosophy of Jeet Kune Do, a style that emphasizes flexibility and personalization, right in the process of making films. Do you have any memories of Bruce Lee's films? Please share, because I believe we all carry a part of our youth named Bruce Lee in our hearts. Let's go back to 1991, when Jeff Speakman, 1958, then 32 years old, first wowed audiences with the action movie The Perfect Weapon. With his signature Kenpo karate background, fast, strong, precise, Jeff brought a new breeze to the Hollywood martial arts film genre. He did not have the flashy appearance of other stars, but exuded a special charm, quiet, powerful, and decisive. Jeff's moves were not only beautiful, but also made viewers feel the spirit of discipline and control, true to the Kenpo philosophy. Do you remember the feeling of sitting in front of the TV screen on a weekend evening, your heart pounding as Jeff confronted the bad guys? Not noisy, not flashy, he was the type of hero of the 90s, who protected justice through actions, not words. He represented a period of cinema where justice was expressed through fists and discipline. By 2025, Jeff Speakman, now 66 years old, is no longer in front of the camera, but is still attached to martial arts as an indispensable part of his life. He is a coach, a teacher, and an inspirational role model for many generations of young martial artists. With seriousness, dedication, and calm demeanor, Jeff Speakman still maintains the heroic quality in every action, even though it is now in the gym, not on the silver screen. Have you ever watched The Perfect Weapon again and felt that? For you, is Jeff Speakman a part of your memory, or is he still a source of inspiration today? Let's go back to 1992, when Jeff Wincott, born in 1956, then 35 years old, captivated a generation of audiences with the action movie Mission of Justice. Not just a martial arts actor, Jeff also brought the image of a very ordinary hero, strong but close, fierce but not lacking in warmth. He was like the big brother in the neighborhood, the one we always trusted to stand up to protect justice when needed. Do you remember the bloody action scenes, where Jeff threw a decisive punch that knocked down his opponent in a split second? The close combat scenes without cables, without CGI effects, only human strength, practical skills, and a determined gaze have been deeply imprinted in our memories. Mission of Justice is not just a movie, but but a piece of youth associated with the afternoons of skipping naps, the evenings of gathering around the old box TV. Now, in 2025, Jeff Wincott is 68 years old, but time seems to have not dimmed the charisma of a man who once dominated the silver screen. He still maintains his style, still carries the aura of a warrior. Although he is no longer on set, he is still present in the minds of fans. Have you ever wondered, if you replay Mission of Justice today, would your heart still beat as fast as before? For you, is Jeff Wincott a part of your memory, or an icon that you still secretly admire to this day? Jet Li, born in 1963, a name that, just by mentioning it, a whole generation of audiences immediately remembers the image of a martial artist with a determined gaze, lightning-fast movements, and a graceful temperament like flowing water. In 1991, at the age of 27, Jet Li stunned the world with his iconic role as Wang Fei Hung in Once Upon a Time in China. Not just beautiful kicks or classic martial arts moves, his character also carries within him the national spirit, calmness, and compassion, what makes the role immortal. Do you still remember the martial arts scene on the towering bamboo poles? Or the moment when Jet Li's eyes looked straight at the enemy, both steadfast and kind? It was not only a cinematic performance, but also a symbol of an entire era where heroes did not need to say much, just act. In 2025, Jet Li is 61 years old and has been absent for a while due to health problems, but in the hearts of his fans, he is still a living legend. Even though he has left the spotlight, his presence in our minds has never faded. Jet Li's elegance, inner strength, and personality are always mentioned as a standard. Have you ever, in a quiet night, played Once Upon a Time in China and felt like you were back in your youth? The days when just seeing Jet Li perform a martial art move made the whole world stop breathing. In 2008, when Donnie Yen, born in 1963, turned 44, he breathed new life into martial arts films with his role as Ip Man in Ip Man. But the film was not just about spectacular martial arts, it was an epic of determination, dignity, and family love. Do you remember? The scene where Ip Man confronts 10 Japanese warriors alone, his eyes cold as steel, each strike decisive and powerful. It was not a display of technique, but an explosion of faith, self-respect, and the desire to protect sacred things. Or the moment he stood among his compatriots, not for himself, but for the honor of an entire nation. Those moments made the audience's hearts tighten, moved with emotion. Donnie Yen did not just create a character, he created a living symbol. In 2025, Donnie Yen is 61 years old, but his appeal has not faded. He continues to contribute, not only in international film roles, but also as an endless inspiration for the younger generation. Have you ever thought that it was Donnie Yen who changed the way we look at martial arts on screen? He not only showed that martial arts is power, but also calmness, compassion, and morality. When you look back on his journey, do you feel like you are reliving the years when every step of Ip Man on screen resonated in the hearts of the audience? In 2000, when Jackie Chan was 45 years old, he continued to leave an indelible mark on fans with the movie Shanghai Noon, a perfect blend of martial arts and subtle humor. Do you remember his signature action scenes, when he used any surrounding objects to turn into weapons, from a simple wooden chair to a small rope? It was not only martial arts techniques, but also Jackie Chan's endless creativity and unmistakable entertaining spirit. His action scenes always make us laugh out loud and admire the difficulty and courage. Every time we watch them again, the feeling of joy and excitement is reborn, making us forget all the fatigue and sadness of everyday life. By 2025, at the age of 70, Jackie Chan still maintains his bright smile and unchanged optimism. He is still a living symbol of perseverance and passion for art. Have you ever wanted to rewatch classic movies like Police Story or Rush Hour to find the warmth, joy, and laughter of those old days? A little known fact is that Jackie Chan broke almost every bone in his body while performing his own stunts without a stunt double. It was his daring and perseverance that created a legend, a hero not only on screen but also in our hearts forever. Dear friends, today's nostalgic journey ends with the image of 6 legendary martial arts stars, from Bruce Lee to Jackie Chan. Their movies are not only about action, but also about our youthful memories. Do you still remember the afternoons crowded in the cinema or the nights watching Enter the Dragon, Ip Man? Please share your story and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to continue the nostalgic journey. Thank you, see you again, and keep the flame of youth in your heart forever.